Life's a magical adventure. One of the values of being very young is that you don't let the facts get in the way of your imagination. I think one of the greatest things we can do for our children is to teach them to have an imagination. In this life of reality where they're on social media, they're on their phones from a very young age, they're not having childhoods, they're not developing an imagination. And imagination is a gift that I think you can only give the young. And in my life with my kids, about being there was always about giving them imagination, giving them a great adventure. When we went to the beach, we didn't just go to the beach, we went searching for gold treasure. Pirates left. And we'd scour the beach till we found what we looked like a good spot where the pirates might have dropped their treasure, and while they're digging and I could draw their attention, I'd drop some gold coins in. They'd find the gold, we'd go buy Mr. Whippy ice cream, everybody'd be happy. Every adventure we did was an adventure. 2 years ago, Sally and I were up in the Dandenongs, and it was winter, and we loved the Dandenongs, and we were walking around, and we saw these mushrooms that were absolutely incredible. Never seen anything like it. They were big and red with white dots on them. They looked fake, but they were real. And I took a picture, and I sent it to my daughter, who's living overseas, and she wrote back and said, "There'll be fairies under those." And because we were always looking for fairies. We were always out hunting for them. Giving your children an imagination, making things magical, making things special, is something that as a parent, it can never take away from you, and you develop that imagination in your children. You get them thinking. We kept imagination alive as long as humanly possible, and when my daughter finally said to me, "You got to tell me the truth, is there a Santa?" I think she was 10 or 11. I said, "If you really want to know, I'll tell you, but you can't come back from it. You sure you want to know? Because once you know, you know." And she said, "I want to know." One other really funny thing is, the tooth fairy. We all love to do the tooth fairy with our children. And when Landon's a little younger than Seychelles, and we're doing the whole tooth fairy thing, and all of a sudden we see on his door a big one of those. She wrote a poster with a tooth fairy with a big red line in it and the red circle, "No tooth fairies." And I went to her, I said, "What's the story with the no tooth fairy?" She said, "Landon's afraid of the tooth fairy." Like, here we're trying to do nice things for our children, and I'm scaring them. But I think imagination is just so important, and you gotta share it with your children.